Alright, let's talk about what we just witnessed here. So, initially, I go ahead and fan out my guys. My right guys are going to bump up, and the guys on the left are going to isolate the long corridor there. So what I'm basically doing is I'm pre-staging guys for an assault, but I'm trying to establish kind of an inner cordon first. So, hence why the movement is the way it is. So I'm going to hit spacebar and kind of show that in action. Alright, so everyone's oriented, gets set up, takes a few shots. This is where I start moving things in. So I'll have a natural pause once I've basically isolated what I want to, and then when I get the warm and fuzzy about it, then I'll push further my isolation deeper, and then get guys ready to start assaulting. So I've basically cordoned off the upper left-hand building, other than the far left-hand side of it. So, but it's pretty much isolated. If someone decides to squirt around the back where the left-hand side is, they're gonna get picked up anyway. So that entire building is basically isolated. What I'm trying to do is make sure that I have sectors down the street as well, and then start maneuvering guys into position on the lower right-hand building as well, just to start doing entry into both buildings simultaneously, or somewhat simultaneously, so we can start gaining ground quickly. Because I don't want to hang out in the street too much. So as long as I have guys pushing, maybe we can push some of these guys out into my inner cordon so they can pick them up, get the squirters, take them out, all that good stuff. So here we go. Now, guys in the upper left-hand side are working the building. This guy's kind of dug in, so he's going to eat a frag. Letting it breathe in the doorway on the upper left-hand side. Take him out. And we've effectively dominated the upper left-hand building already. So, but I'm a little worried about that left alley, so we're going to go ahead and clear that too. The guys in the bottom right are taking their buildings methodically. And then we're going to push around the backside here because I've got my inner cordon basically isolating all this. So these guys are going to continue to push down here. These guys are isolating this. And these guys are going to continue to move through this building. So effectively what this does is allow these guys to bump. So as you're going to see here, at some point, I'm going to push these guys up because they're effectively cordoning off something that doesn't need to be anymore. Yep. So there's still considerations here, because guys can still squirt out, but we're effectively trying to get this building isolated now. And this is going to bump up to isolate what remains of this building here. Because all this has been secure, but this is the remaining unknown variable. Plus, I've still got this guy here to kind of pick up anything in relation to this hallway. You'll see I'll actually bump him this way.
Don't shoot.
Yeah, civilian squirting out. Okay, so I elected to bypass this because I wanted to establish dominance in this room, knowing it's a closed doorway. If it was open, I probably would have stuck somebody in there immediately, but I'll have him clean it up once we establish dominance in this room. These guys are going to continue to work here, and you'll see by the time we actually decide to start continuing working this problem set here, somebody will fire from here, and they'll get picked up by the adjacent unit here. And that's all she wrote. Quick, simple, down and dirty. Just a set piece, move piece. And basically conducting isolation and simultaneous breaches, assaulting through. Simple stuff.